Hello friends, in this series of dynamically creating the controls on the form at runtime, this is the fourth part of the tutorial. As I have already described in the previous tutorial that within the fourth part of the tutorial, I will demonstrate how we can create menu control dynamically at runtime. Hello friends, this is Dr. Nikisha Jariwala. Welcome to the tutorial of VB.NET. If you have not subscribed the channel, subscribe it and also click on the bell icon so you never miss the update. Now let's continue with our example. As we want to create control dynamically at runtime, so on the form we will not add any control from the toolbox. I have created this form within the VB.NET project. As we want to add control dynamically at runtime, we need to write the code for it. Now what I want that whenever this form is loaded, I need a menu control on the form, and within that menu control, I also need sub-menus. For example, if we see this is the menu control, file is the menu, and the thing that is pop up within this file menu are the sub-menus within this file menu. That is new, open, add are the sub-menus of this file menu. I want to create a similar thing like this. So for that, I have already written the code. On the form load event, I will use built-in class of the controls within the .NET framework. This also we have discussed in the previous tutorial, that if we want to create controls dynamically at runtime, we need to use the classes of those controls which are present in the .NET framework. And they are already created in .NET framework, so they are built-in classes. Over here, I want to create a menu control. So I have used menu strip class of menu control that is present in .NET framework. I have created object of this menu control. The name of the object is M, and with the help of new keyword, memory is allocated to this object. As we have already discussed that menu contains sub-menus, and if we want to add sub-menus to the menus, we need to use toolstrip menu item class. So I have created 4 objects of this toolstrip menu item class, that is mi1, mi2, mi3 and mi4, and obviously with the help of new keyword, memory is allocated to all the 4 objects. Now as we know, whenever we create any control, we need to assign name property and text property to that particular control. And after that, if we want to assign some another properties, then that is also possible. And if we want to create an event, then that is also possible. But the important property that we need to set is the name property. And obviously, if we want to display something on that control, we need text property. So over here, I have used those properties. First of all, I have used the object that is mi1 dot name is equal to file. That is the name of the sub-menu control. Then mi1.text is equal to file. So this file will be displayed within the menu control. Then I have used mi2.name is equal to show, means this is the second menu, and I have set the text property to show. After that, I have added this both menu items within the items collection of M. Over here, as we already know that M is the object of menu strip control. So as we want to create a main menu as file and show, so we need to add this 2 menu, that is mi1 and mi2, that is these are the menu items within this M object. So I have specified m.items.add, and within that I have specified the object name, that is mi1. Again, I have written the same statement, that is m.items.add, and I have added the second object, that is mi2. Now I want to add sub-menus within this file and show menu. So for that purpose, I can either use menu item object, or I can directly add in the drop down items collection of menu item. So first I will specify with the help of drop down items collection, that is I want to add open sub menu in this file menu. So I have used the object name of this file menu, that is mi1 dot drop down items, that is the collection. And as we want to add something within the collection, obviously we will use add method. And within that add method, I have written open. So open is added as a drop down item, or more precise we can say a sub menu within this file menu. Now after that, I want to add close within this file menu. So for that purpose, I have used mi3 object, which we have already created over here, of menu item dot name is equal to close, and mi3 dot text is equal to close. As we have used this object, so again the same procedure. Instead of writing the string, we will add object within the drop down items collection, that is mi1. Again it is the object of file menu dot drop down items, that is the collection. Add is the method to add something within this collection, and mi3 is the object name of close menu. So now the menu will look like file will be the main menu, and below that, that is sub menus, will be open and close. Now let's add two sub menus, that is message and info, in show main menu. So I have followed the same procedure. Over here mi2 is the object name of show menu dot drop down items, that is the collection. With the help of add method, I will add message as a sub menu within mi2, that is show. Now as we already have another object, that is mi4 of menu item class, I will use that object, that is mi4 dot name is equal to info, mi4 dot text is equal to info. So within this show menu, now I want to add this info menu. So again I have written the same statement as we have written over here, that is mi2, that is the object of show menu dot drop down items, that is the collection, dot add is the method, and mi4 is the name of an object of info menu. So now menu will look like there will be two main menus, that is file and show. Within file there are sub menus, that is open and close, and within show sub menus will be message and info. Now what I want to do, whenever I click on this close sub menu, I want to display the message that this will terminate the application, and it will actually terminate the application, means it will close the application. And when I click on this info menu, I want to display that you clicked on info menu, means I want to add event within these two sub menus, that is close and info. As we have seen in the previous tutorial, that if we want to add any event, we can use add handler keyword. So with the help of add handler keyword, over here I have specified mi3.click. mi3 is the object name of close menu. I want to add the click event, so I have specified .click. Whenever user click on this close menu, obviously we need to call something, that is the subroutine, and we need to specify address of that subroutine with this handler. So I have specified comma. With the help of address of keyword, we can specify the name of the subroutine that can be called on the click event of this submenu item. So I have specified the same thing for both the submenu items, that is mi3 is for close and mi4 is for info. So mi3 underscore click is the subroutine which is defined over here, and mi underscore click is the subroutine which is defined over here. On the mi3 dot click event, as I want to specify, that is on the click event of the close submenu, I want to display the message that is this will terminate the application and it will actually close the application. So this is the subroutine through which I will achieve that thing. As we know that within any event we need to specify two arguments within the subroutine. So I have written subroutine as public sub mi3 underscore click, which is the name of the subroutine, and as a parameter I have specified sender, which is of object type, and e, that is of system.eventArgs. These are the common parameters which we are able to find with all the events. After writing this prototype, I have specified messagebox.show and as a message I will display this will terminate the application. And after that I have specified application.exit. With the help of this statement it will actually terminate the application. Now this is the subroutine for info submenu, that is public sub mi underscore click. Again there are two parameters, that is sender as an object and e as a system.event args. And within that I just want to display that the user has clicked on info menu. So within messagebox.show I have specified the message, that is you clicked on info menu. So these are the two subroutines which will be called on click event of close and info respectively. Now over here, after adding the statements of the event, we need to add the menu, that is the main menu which is present in m object which we have declared over here. We need to add this m in the controls collection of the form. So I have specified the statement me, that is the current form, dot controls which is the collection of that particular form, add is the method through which we can add the controls within this controls collection, and m is the object of this menu strip control which we have already created. So friends, this is the code through which we will be able to create menu control dynamically at runtime. Now let's execute the code and see what we will get on the form. So friends, see over here, this is our form. These are the two menus, that is file and show. Now let's open file menu. As I have specified two sub menus, that is open and close, that is present within the file menu, and within show menu another two sub menus are present, that is message and info. Now as we have specified click event for info and close, first of all let's click on info. So here we go, this is the message box, and within message box it display you clicked on info menu, that is the message which we already specified in the messagebox.show within the event of that particular submenu. Now let's click on close. So first of all it will display that this will terminate the application, and as soon as I will click on OK button it will actually terminate the execution of this application. So now let's click on OK button, and as you are able to see it has terminated the application because we have specified the statement, that is application.exit. So friends, this was the example, this was the tutorial within which we have seen how we can create menu control dynamically at runtime. If the tutorial is helpful to you, please like and share the video. Also subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss the update. Thank you.